Today I'll show you what a dealer pays for this Mercedes, for this BMW, and this Mercedes. Today I'm at a used car dealer auction because the car market is going through a very rough time right now. My car dealership is extremely slow right now, and I'm starting to get worried. I'm gonna show you what a dealer pays for this Ram truck and that Ram truck. And check out this truck. I can only imagine, there's a note on the side of the window. I can only imagine what it's gonna say. Let's see here. Beware, beware. That's funny. I've never seen the word beware on one of these cars. Beware of driver's seat, metal bar. All right, so that means if you're going to sit, there's a metal bar that's sticking up somewhere in there. So you might sit on this truck and get tetanus. Tetanus, that's the thing where you get those like metal and you get the shot for it. Yeah, you might get that on through an area that maybe doctors aren't accustomed to hearing about. All right, so let's check this one out. This is a Ram 1500. I think it's diesel though. Yeah, eco diesel. So we're gonna check this out. This is a little bit different than what we'll usually see in the Ram trucks that we're checking out. This is a 2015. It's got 85,000 miles on it. The outside body actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's dirty. It's dirty. It's springtime. We're gonna have pollen. We're gonna have junk everywhere. We got a few little dents and dings here and there. It's not too bad. Tires look okay. Yeah. Let's look on the inside of this. So Larry, me.
All right, here's the 2015 Ram. It's got 85,000 miles on it. Trying to start at $14,000. No bid so far. It's 13,000. Drop down to 13,500. Dropped it down to 12,000.
Oh, inside. See, this looks like the basic like work truck on the outside, but it's actually pretty nice. Yeah, leather, loaded. Yeah, this looks good. I think this will bring a lot of money. It's 2015. Yeah, we'll check it out. See what a dealer paid for this.
Dropped it down to 10,000. We got bids now. Rolling out. We got 10-1, 10-2, 10-3, 10-4, 10-5, 10-6, 10-7. Up to $11,000. Rolling out. Still got bids. 11-1, 11-2, 11-3. We got 11-3. 11-4. We got 11-4. 11-5. All the bidders are walking away. They're close. 11,500. They sold it. 11,500.
See all of this pollen on these cars. This drives me absolutely insane. So here's the thing. Here's what makes me so mad. So these plants are just out in public, just having sex with each other everywhere. It's getting on me. It's getting on the cars. If I did that, somebody would call the police. I don't know who we need to talk to. Do we need to mail the congressman? I don't know. Send a email to the president. I don't know who we need to talk to about this. But this is getting absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to say we need to. We'll form a line, but no more plant sex, no more plant sex. That help. Petition. I can start a petition. The no more plant sex petition, and that way none of this pollen will be anywhere, and I won't be sneezing all day long. My throat hurts, my eyes itch. It's all over me. It's gross. And for some of you old timers out here, we don't see this, but I know you like it. This has only got 74,000 miles, but the thing you gotta remember with the Cadillacs, especially one just like this, they had these North Star motors in them. And there was only two scenarios that you had with a North Star motor. It's either the greatest motor that's ever been made, or it's the worst motor that's ever been made. And this one, with it being still in existence, it's got 74,000 miles, probably a grandma treated car here, but this is probably one of the good ones because it's just literally still here and not in the junkyard. But I bought a lot of Cadillacs in my day, a lot of Cadillacs. And what I would also always do, this is from my years of being a cheap car dealer, right? I would like to buy the Cadillacs, the DeVille's, the DTS, the ones that had like almost 200,000 miles on them, because then I knew that I was getting a good North Star motor that would run forever. And it's very interesting that you would, I don't know another kind of car where it was either just great or bad, and there was no in between. I can't think of another car that I bought. I bought thousands and thousands and thousands of cars in the last 14 years, and there's no other car that I can distinguish that it's either good or bad. And I would look at these all the time, and dealers would be so terrified of them, and they'd be like, oh, this one's got 175,000 miles. It's definitely, if it hasn't blown up now, it's definitely about to blow up. But that would tell me that it was one of the good ones. So anyway, that's a little side note on these Cadillacs. I want to check this one out anyway because I'm curious to see what it's going to bring now. It's a 2008. It's got 74,000 miles on it. Outside body. I mean, this was probably a garage kept car. Grandma had it. Went to the grocery store. Went to church. And that's about it. Let's look at the inside just to verify that. But the outside body, with it being a 2008, only having 74,000 miles, that would lead me to believe that.
All right, here's the Caddy. All right, started out $1,100. Not $11,000, $1,100. Almost hit that wall too.
And it's dirty, but I mean, there's some wearage on the seats. That's pretty normal. This is an older car. I think this one actually was probably kept up pretty well, and whoever has been driving it just as of late has been a little dirtier. But I think this is probably one of the survivors. Anyway, I want to check this out. We're gonna see what a dealer actually paid for this.
Still got $1,100. No, he's got 1,000. Now he's got 1,100. Now he's got 12, 13, 14, 15, 1,600, 1,700. Every time he opens, he's got a bid. It's rolled out. It's way down there. All right, up to $2,000, 2,100, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Got $2,700. Asking for 28. Got $2,800. Late bid. Up to $2,900. All right, got $2,900. They put it on a phone call.
Since I run a small used car dealership, I'm always on the road. Test driving cars, running to the auction, checking in with mechanics, test driving my cars to make sure they're good. The gas bills add up fast. And that's why I want to thank today's sponsor, Upside. Upside is a free app that gives you real cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining out. It works at over 100,000 locations. Just open the app, claim an offer nearby, pay with your card, and get actual money that you can move straight into your bank, not points or rewards. And it adds up fast, especially when you use it consistently. To see how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use code CARQUESTIONS to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Or scan the QR code here to claim this offer.
So my car dealership has been very slow as of late. And, typically during this time of year, we will be slow. Into spring, beginning of summer is one of the slowest times of the year. But this is a different level. This is a new level of slow. Over the last few days, 3 days, I think we've sold 3 cars. Now for a small used car dealership, a car a day is actually pretty good. But for us, if we're selling a car a day, I'm actually losing money. And I'm fine going throughout a few months of breaking even. Like my wife and I, we own the dealership, and over tax time we killed it. And even if we go through most of the year just breaking even, then the amount of money that we made over tax time is, I mean, it's still pretty good. And I mean, obviously we have income coming from YouTube and things like that, so we're doing okay. What I don't want to do though is own a business that just continuously loses money. And that's one thing that I'm pretty concerned about, because I mean, right now our burn rate is right between like $40,000 and $45,000 a month. Our burn rate is what it costs us to run our business. We have employees, we have payroll, we have lease, that we have our insurance, we have dealer's license, all of these things that cost lots and lots and lots of money each and every month. And for my average, we sell cars that we make about $1,200 gross per car. But what we've had to do recently, because we've started to get slower, is we're trying to pull down our margins a little bit to increase our volume. So what that means is we're probably going to be making on average between $800 and $1,000 a car now. So let's give us the benefit of the doubt that we're going to make $1,000 a car. And if we do that, then I need to sell at least 41 to 45 cars every single month to be able to just break even. And that's my wife and myself not putting any money in our pockets. That's just making sure payroll satisfied, all our bills, all our insurance, everything like that, all of that's covered. So that's the thing. That's what I'm concerned about, because 3 cars in 3 days is not going to cut it. And another thing on top of that is right now we actually have cars that are cheaper than what we've had in about 12 months. We have cars that, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as my opinion goes, the quality level is above what we've had over the last 12 months. And even with that, we're not even having people show up at the car dealership to look. It's not like people are coming and test driving the cars and they're like, oh, this car's, something's wrong with it, I don't want to buy it. They're just not even showing up. That's very rare for my car dealership, because you got to think about price range. My price range is $5,000 and under. So typically we get people at our car lot all the time. And for us now to have cars that we're selling for $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 because we pulled our prices down a little bit, still not have people show up, I'm starting to get worried. All right, now I want to check this thing out. It's a 2014. It's got 83,000 miles. We're seeing more and more Rams show up at auction. This is a Hemi. There you go, 5.7. Outside body looks great. This truck's going to bring a lot of money. We got the lift on it. We got the good wheels. Back end, I mean, this truck was never worked in. This truck was only used to get groceries, get the kids from school, and to make whoever drove it feel better about their personality.
All right, this one's the 2014 Ram. All right, we got $14,000. We already got bids. It's going to roll out up to $15,000. 15-1 up to $16,000.
And here we go. So let's check this out. A little bit of wear on the running boards. Those are aftermarket anyway, I would assume. We got seat covers, but the back seats look good. I would assume the front seats probably look good too. But I'm not wanting to pull a seat cover off. Inside looks pretty good, but anyway, we'll check it out and see what a dealer paid for it.
Rolling out. We got bids, $16,000 right now. Up to $16,1, $16,2, $16,3, $16,4, $16,5, $16,6. Got $16,600 on that Ram truck that's already out. $16,600. Put on a phone call, if bid.
It gets crazy at auctions. This is only a 2-lane auction. We have an auction that we go to that's 4 lanes, and that can get even more crazy. Sometimes if I have a car that I'm bidding on 1 lane and I have to go across 2 other lanes to bid, I have to grab the floor guy, the guy that's on the floor going, yep, catching bids. I have to grab him, say, okay, I'm going to bid on this car that's coming in next, but I'm going to be in lane 3. You're in lane 1. I'm going over here to lane 3. You're just going to have to watch me and throw up the numbers that they're going, so I can bid in the car in lane 3 and in lane 1 at the same time. And there's an auction that I used to go to. I don't go there anymore because it's farther away. We're not trying to buy as many cars as what we used to. We used to do a lot more volume than we're actually doing right now. But if we ever get back to that place, I will go back to it. But it's got 16 lanes. So you can imagine the chaos of that auction. The chaos that you see in here is only 2 lanes. But this is a small auction. The other auction that we go to, it's 4 lanes, and then we have auctions that we have the capability of going to get more cars that are 4 lanes. Not 4 lanes. I was trying to make it 16 lanes. Sorry, 16 lanes. All right, check this thing out. This thing is sweet. This is, I think, an SL500. It's 03, 76,000 miles. Convertible hardtop SL500. That's exactly what it is. Tires look good. Wheels look good. This thing is clean. This is going to bring lots of money. The headlight. I mean, here's the thing. When we're looking at cars like this, I mean, BMW, Mercedes. When you're a dealership and you're trying to buy a car like this to resell it, the type of customer that's going to buy this car, they're going to look at that headlight there that's a little bit foggy, or at least is big time different from this. And they're going to turn their nose up at that, and they're going to want that dealership to fix that headlight, make it look all shiny, or maybe even have them order them a new headlight headlight assembly to go there, because this type of customer that's going to buy this car is going to want this car to look perfect whenever they purchase it. Anyway, outside body looks good other than that headlight assembly.
All right, here's this SL. Yeah, this car looks nice. Trying to start at 10,500. I don't see any bidders yet. Dropped all the way down to $5,000. We got bids now. I'm surprised it started that low.
Inside. I mean, a little bit of wearage, but it's an older car. You're gonna see that, but overall, very, very clean. This car was built to be nice. It is nice, and it's going to bring all the money, but we'll see.
All right, it's rolling out. Still trying to get bids on it. Only at 5,000. This surprises me. There's no bidders on it. We got one guy looking at it. Says takes 8,000. They said price it to him since there's no other bidders. They went to him and told him the reserve is 8,000. Now they're going to try to talk about it, try to get him closer so they can put it on a phone call. Just slows down the whole process. If the seller's not here, well, the seller's not here on that car, it makes it difficult for the auction to sell a car if they don't give a cheap car. If they don't give a lower price, is what I'm saying. But 7,500 says it'll buy it. 7,500. No sell.
So here's the situation that might arise in the car market is that, okay, we go through this very slow time of year. It's seasonally slow already, and then you add in prices that potentially could go up, and then you add a weaker economy into the situation. You add in the situation where, okay, my consumers, which are getting hit the hardest right now because their wages aren't going to go up, that they're getting hit at the grocery store, they're getting hit from anything that they're buying, prices are going to go up. Well, you could have a situation where all these other car dealers that are in my niche, or even maybe in the tier above, they're also getting hit with this hard situation where they're very, very, very slow also. And it might be a thing where we just kind of outlast a lot of these other car dealers. We're already seeing a weakness from a lot of these car dealerships where there's fewer dealers that show up at an auction. We're able to pretty much go in here right now and buy whatever we want to. We don't have a whole lot of competition, and we've been buying a lot of cars lately. We're not selling any, but we've been able to buy any. We're not going to slow down really what we're buying yet, because I'm not hitting the panic button yet. I was concerned last week. I'm getting to the point at the end of this week, if we're still really slow, I'm getting to the point where I'll be worried, and then we'll do some pivots. We'll cut our prices even more, and then if we do that next round of cuts and we're still dead, then maybe the panic button. I'll get my hand close to it at least. I don't want to fall off the cliff or go crazy about worried about my business too much yet, but. A lot of these other car dealers that are on credits that don't pay cash for their cars like I do, well, they have an added expense. I have my running expenses that are very expensive. I talked to you about those earlier. But a lot of these other car dealers, they don't pay cash for their cars, so they have inventory sitting on their lots that's costing them more and more money every single day because they have to pay interest on those vehicles that they borrowed money to buy. So that might be why we're seeing, it looks like some of these other dealerships are already hitting the panic button because they are just not showing up. They're not buying cars. And I can tell you that if they got a lot of those cars sitting on their lot that aren't moving, they're paying interest, and it's money that they probably didn't have to begin with, it's going to be very difficult for them to sleep at night, and a lot of stress, and they're going to want to move some cars. But if there's no buyers there, well, we might see a lot of these car dealers actually go out of business. If we can out-survive a lot of these car dealerships, then there might be like a Goldilocks zone on the other side of all this, but there's going to be a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, even for a car dealership like mine, because we might go through a couple months where we're losing $10,000, $20,000 a month. We can stomach that. I don't like it, but we can stomach that, and it's just going to be something we're going to have to move with the market and see where it goes.
All right, here's the bids. We got $7,000. Already got numbers going out. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. Up to $8,000. Going to roll out. We're still bidding on it. Up to 8,400. Up to 8,500. All right, the Chevy's pulling in. We're still bidding on Mercedes. Up to 9,100 already. Got 9,100 on the Mercedes. $9,100, and we're, seller say no. Said it takes $10,000 to buy it. That's buyer just went up to $9,500. Still asking the seller. You can see him up there kind of shaking his hand. I'm not sure if you can see him up there. Come on, get it done, get it done. Say he's gotta have 10,000. Say he's got 10.5 in it. Yeah, I think we're stuck. No sell, no sell, no sell.
All right, so that seller wouldn't come off that car another $500. So they said they had 10.5 in it. They wanted $10,000. weren't going to come down any lower than that. But the bids only went up to $9,100. And then the buyer, even after the bidding has stopped, said, okay, you know what? I'll come up to $9,500. But the seller still wouldn't come down. So here's what typically happens in those situations. And if I was a seller, I'm selling the car just about no matter what it brings, unless it just doesn't bring any money. I'm selling the car no matter what. There's a saying in the auction world, it's called first money, best money. What that means is that the first time that you run a car at auction, that's going to be the highest amount of money it's going to bring. So what typically happens is that seller might bring it to this auction again next week to try their luck again, and instead of bringing $9,100, well, it's probably only going to bring like $8,600, $8,700, and it's going to continue to go down from there. Because what ends up happening is there's other bidders that are in there that were actually bidding against the highest bidder that said, okay, well, I'm only going to pay $9,000 for that car. If he wants $10,000 for it, it's not going to come off that. There's no sense in me even bidding on it. So the amount of bids that are going to be competitive for that actual car is going to go down, bringing the demand down, bringing the price down on that car. And then the spread even gets bigger. So now next week, if it brings $8,500 instead of $9,100, well, now that spread's $1,500, and the buyer's like, no, I'm not coming up $1,500 for you. And so what typically happens is that seller will have it for a couple more weeks and end up just cutting their losses and sell it maybe for like $8,500 2 or 3 weeks from now, is what typically happens. And from what my experience is as being a bidder and paying attention to cars that I am the high bid on that they won't work with me on, I usually end up getting the car a lot cheaper. That bidder did a lot more than even I would do. I'm always just solid on whatever if I bid up a car at $2,500, seller wants $2,600. I'm not coming up another dime, because I know next week, instead of $2,500, I'm probably going to end up getting that car for like $2,200. That's what happens time and time again. I've been doing this for 14 years, and I've seen it hundreds, if not thousands of times happen at these auctions, where cars will run multiple weeks and they'll just keep on going down in value. And today I'm going to show you what a dealer will pay with this. Nope. Here we go. Close. And today I'm going to show you what get it centered. And today I'm going to show you what a dealer pay for. And today I'll show you what a dealer pays for this Mercedes, for this BMW, and this Mercedes. All right, side note, so I just did let's put this towards the end. I'm talking to my editor here. You just saw what I have to try to do for an intro. I mess up a lot. So you can see kind of my thought. I have to reset myself, go it again, get the frame centered. I can see, I got a little screen over here to the left so I can kind of see what I'm looking at. It's a little bit, it's like this big though. So, but anyway, that's a little bit behind the scenes when I'm trying to throw together one of these intros. Also have to navigate dealers that are out there too. They're doing their job. I'm not trying to get in their way at all. So if there's a car that I want to look at, or put an intro on, I have to wait until they're done, and no problem at all, because they're here to try to actually do a real job, and I'm here to have fun and make a video for you. So anyway, a little behind the scenes. There you go.